Welcome to The Next Level, where we speak with Durham entrepreneurs. The Next Level explores what's next in business, public affairs, technology, education, and big ideas, and speaks to leading minds from Durham region, Canada, and around the world on what it takes to be the next big thing. Today, we meet with up-and-coming new marketing mind, Zoe Pagazzani, who is helping to reimagine the way we communicate and thus do everything in the brave new world of meta marketing. And we are introducing her to Howard Lichtman, Canada's leading marketing mind.
Hello, my name is Zoe Pagazzani. I am a marketing, communications, and fundraising professional. I feel like I've always been an entrepreneur, even when I was younger. I guess a quirky entrepreneur is what I would call myself. I had a stand, but I didn't sell lemonade. I sold homemade origami. In a past life, I worked within a few charitable organizations. I was very lucky to have lots of mentorship opportunities and growth within the fundraising chapter of my life. I also had another business that I started with one of my creative friends. Our little business is called Creative Consortium, and the objective of our business was to create marketing and branding for small businesses. I decided to take marketing and advertising communications at Durham College as a means to connecting really great fundraising opportunities and events with community. My current career goals include marrying my soft skill set, my leadership skills, with the newfound information that I have as a marketing professional. I like the weird and wonderful, but I always wanted to kind of put my unique products and vision out in the world, and have been very blessed to have a great reception to that. I want meaning in everything I do in my life, and by succeeding within my career, I am also going to be able to succeed within my home life and the things that matter to me.
Zoe, it's great to meet you and welcome to The Next Level. Thanks for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your journey here? Because you have an interesting kind of backstory to tell, and I want to hear a bit more about it.
I worked in the charitable sector for a really long time. I'm still very passionate about the work that I do and the work that they continue to do. But I felt like I'd reached a point in my career and my life where I wanted to push forward, try something new, and really find what my calling was. I just finished my journey at Durham College in advertising and marketing communications, and I graduate next week.
How is that as a young mother venturing off into a new career like this? It's probably an added element of things that you need to juggle.
Yes, definitely added to the plate, but I have an amazing support system with my friends and family. They really helped me get through this. Just hard to say, I get really emotional about that. You know, we were in the pandemic and there's so much going on, and it afforded me a lot of opportunity to be with my kids as well, and to show them that we can persevere through really hard things. And I think it made my journey through COVID a little bit easier because I was constantly accomplishing something. I didn't feel stuck.
So you're entering into this at an interesting time for humanity in general, but especially for media and marketing, really driven by the seismic changes that technology has afforded. Can you maybe tell me a little bit about how you're finding technology has created a brand new playing field for marketing?
Yeah, I think I'm an interesting age too, because I'm an elder millennial, I believe is the term. So I had the dial-up phone, the phone attached to the wall. I understand that there's a certain element of tangibility that people like, but now that we've moved into an era where everything is at your fingertips and in the palm of your hand, you're really trying to tap into people who are apathetic, and they're constantly being bombarded with different messages. I think that we have to push beyond just saying, well, you know, as long as the person can see the ad on their phone, it's effective, or this marketing piece of this message. We have to look at what's new and exciting, and you have to be at the forefront of pushing the innovation of digital.
What role do you think knowing how to tell a story plays in one's ability to kind of break through to an audience with technology?
I think if there's no story, there's no breakthrough.
Do you think there's still a role for the entrepreneur within this new community mindset?
Oh my gosh, yes. Shop local is such a huge thing. And you get to know your neighbors better. You learn to love them. You want to support them. So the more that we know about, who's doing what in our neighborhood, who's being innovative, who has a product that suits your needs or is able to change the way you look at things, I think that people are going to just buy into that.
And do you see yourself as an entrepreneur in that way?
I do, yeah. I've always been that kid with the table at the end of the driveway. I'm a little bit of an oddball. I think that's probably an understatement to anyone who knows me. I just always like to be creating and doing something. I like to work with my hands, but I also love design and creativity in that sense.
Are there any brands or campaigns on both sides, whether they're social entrepreneurship brands or even just the community brands or even the corporate brands? I mean, what are you paying attention to out there?
I always loved Sick Kids. I think that when I think about charitable organizations, sometimes there's not enough longevity to whatever it is that they're pushing out in front of the world. And when I look at Sick Kids, they've really gotten behind their latest campaign and they've stuck to it.
And tell me a little bit about your time at Durham College. That was a transition time for you, I guess.
It changed my life. Like, I know it sounds like such a bizarre thing to say. I can recognize that I took the first steps. When you're finally doing something that you love, every moment I was learning felt, it just clicked. I was just excited.
I've been doing this for a long time, so I can sense that you have found your calling, because I think you're in a zone and a flow, I think. If you could dream big in the next, 3 to 5 years and do anything sort of as a entrepreneurially minded media professional, where do you see that going, or where would you like to see it going?
I want to work for a company who has a focus on both life and achievement, and I want to be somewhere where people are just genuinely tapped into each other's success. I want work that's meaningful to me. And in terms of, I guess, the actual subject matter, it's open to discussion. I've been looking into a lot of different avenues that I'm interested in, but I don't want to shut any doors at this point in my life.
I've set up a call with Howard Lichtman, one of Canada's most notorious and big thinking marketing minds to ever work in Canada. His DNA is on brands ranging from Cineplex to Taste of the Danforth and now ethnicity marketing. But before we do that, because we are here in this amazing coffee house, we should go and get some coffee, I think.
Sounds great.
So go ahead, whatever you want.
I can't wait to meet Howard Lichtman and pick his brain. He's done so many incredible projects that appeal to me. I'm really excited to see where my life could take me if I follow a similar path to his and just soak up all the information that he gives me. Amazing.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Howard, thank you for joining us for the next level. I can't think of anyone better to be talking about the future of marketing than you. So thank you for being a part of this.
Yeah, you said I have to level with you. I get it.
And you always do. And Howard, I have with me our guest for this episode, Zoe, who is fast following, I guess, your footsteps. So I'm glad to sort of make this connection.
Hey, Zoe, it's a pleasure to almost meet you in person.
Same, Howard. Thank you for taking the time.
Howard, I've been curious to ask you, how do you see things out there in 2022 in terms of marketing and business? I mean, give me a snapshot of what's going on right now these days from your perspective.
So at the end of the day, there's some fundamentals that never change, right? So one is it's always about the consumer. The consumer's being king from the beginning. Different in that the consumer is probably more powerful today. They were always powerful, but they have more ways to be powerful now than ever before. But the process of approaching any business issue, we actually have a 7-step process. It's the ask, the brain up, the insights, the strategy, the implementation, and then the sort of measurement. And where lots of people go wrong is in the ask. Are you asking the right question? So you always got to start off with the question. None of that has changed. What's changed is, okay, the implementation and the action plan, because we've got different tools today to reach the consumer. The problem was in the past, and the problem is today, people sort of skip ahead and they sort of go, okay, here's the creative, here's the media, here's the solution, without doing their homework. If you want to be a marketer, you've got to be perpetually curious, and you have to be a lifelong learner.
One of the avenues I'm looking at is how can I take that base knowledge, the management skills that I have from my past life, integrate them into a marketing world and land a role that's within I guess, the stage of life that I'm in now. Like,
All skill sets, everything you learn is transferable. I went from law school to business school. From business school, I was in the friggin' fashion industry, and from the fashion industry, I morphed over into Cineplex and in the entertainment industry. It's about the person that you are. It's about your soft skills. It's about your attitude. Do you always bring your A game? Are you a life learner? It's always about the person. So you've got to sort of demonstrate the person that you are.
How important is it to be entrepreneurially minded as a marketing uh, uh, expert, professional doer these days? How important is the entrepreneurial mindset, and what is that exactly?
So not everybody has to be an entrepreneur, and not everybody is built to be an entrepreneur. Some people are entrepreneurs, and some people are employees, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need a team where there's all the components, right? You need the person who's the big picture thinker, and you need the detailed person.
What kind of advice would you have for somebody? I know we've touched upon it, but if somebody's starting a career in marketing today, is there one big lesson that you've learned?
Most of the time, it's about the soft skills. It's about how to do a friggin' presentation. Marketing is all about the story. In business, it's about the story. Want to sell a company? It's about the story. Want to sell an idea? It's about the story. Want to create a website? It's about the story.
in what ways have people presented themselves to you where you're like, you can see that this person's coming out of school, but they have a skill set above and beyond that internship position? Like, how do I push through that? Or do you have any advice for me in terms of presentations and getting noticed?
You got to, and I read your resume ahead of time because I'm a homework guy, right? Also, your LinkedIn profile. So, like, I'm a homework guy, so I read it, right? And your video and everything. You have to decide if you want to take the experience you've had so far and you want to go into a marketing role, or the reverse, take what you've learned in school and marketing and bring it to the nonprofit area. There's a couple of agencies that specialize in marketing for nonprofits. So when you think of the nonprofit center, you have to sort of divide it up. And so people who have money, if you want to follow the money, are the universities, right? Healthcare, they all need marketing skills. So even within the marketing area of nonprofits, can you join a marketing department of, I don't know, Sick Kids Hospital or Princess Margaret? So it depends what you want. You can just go into marketing and learn marketing and see where life takes you. Or you could say, you know what, I want to hone my skills as it relates to bringing marketing to nonprofits. They all need it.
Yeah.
Become the best of the best, because, hey, maybe there's nobody from your generation, because I told you, only a couple in my generation that were marketing specialists in nonprofits. You be that person. You be that superstar.
Howard, good advice, and as always. And I want to ask you, do you have any ideas of how you can take this new friendship with Zoe to the next level?
You can always call me
Excellent.
and just say, you know what, I got this decision to make. What do you think? Not that I have the answer, but sometimes just talking it through, and I'll give you my arguments, and you'll go, nah, ain't me.
Well, Howard, I think that offer of being a marketing mentor, I wish you had made me that offer so many years ago. What a fantastic and valuable thing. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll make sure that we make use of it.
Yeah, you can always intern with us too.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll come and intern with you. I would love that experience too. Howard, thank you so much for being a part of this show. And I know that the three of us are going to meet again on June 21st at the summit. So I look forward to bringing you guys together in person. And I want to thank you for being a part of the next level.
Oh, no, it was absolutely my pleasure because, A, I got to see you again, almost. And I got to meet Zoe, which is like double, triple bonus.
Thanks,
Well,
Howard.
thank you. Always the charmer. Okay, Howard,
Okay.
thanks very much.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Our new tech-enabled life has forever changed the way we think, feel, and do. The future of marketing and media is in the hands of a new generation, like Zoe. And it is up to us to decide if we want this new world to evolve us. Will we make it, or will it make us? Zoe, so you got to meet the world famous Howard Lichtman, and he made a fantastic offer to be your marketing mentor, which is really amazing. I just want to get your reaction from that conversation.
I'm ecstatic, and I'm just so happy that he's offering the opportunity to give me some of his time. I know that time is something that we all hold very precious, and that he's willing to invest that in me is just remarkable.
Welcome to the next level, and thanks for being a part of this experience.
Awesome, can't wait to meet everyone in person. It's gonna be great.
How will new entrepreneurs make their mark in this new hyper-tech world of media and marketing? See you next time on The Next Level.